I'm gonna stay in the East on this next team because this team was a team that we were talking about a little earlier. The Charlotte Hornets. I know BJ and Low probably can't wait for this one. Last year they went 21-61. Immediately I'm going to say over, and I am saying over. This is a team that, if healthy, can probably score in bunches. Right? They got a lot of guys that can probably, well, not a lot of guys, 3 guys they can look to get some buckets. Super duper high on B Mill. Can play fancy basketball. Again, I'm LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and if healthy, Mark Williams. If Mark Williams is not healthy, I know he's dealing with a little bit of something right now. Nick Richards is a good guy as well to have a fancy basketball. And then Miles Bridges, he's going to give you your occasional 20-6, 20-7 with a couple of threes. I got them going over the win mark. Also, this past offseason, last season they acquired Grant Williams. This past offseason, they got in on the Klay Thompson trade, I believe, and acquired Josh Green. So Josh Green is looking like he's going to be the starter, which got reported today, actually. It's looking like it's going to be LaMelo, B-Mill, Josh, Miles, and Mark. I'm a fan of that. We also seen some good minutes from Trey Mann last year on the Charlotte Hornets, and also Mishik, I think, from OKC. Probably said the name wrong. Sorry if I did. I like that. Those 2 guards off the bench, Cody Martin and Caleb Martin, are always the solid Martin twins. Don't give you too much, but also work hard as well. And they got Grant Williams, who looked better for Charlotte than he did in Dallas. I want to say that. So that's a positive. And then Nick BBN Richards is a guy that can step in and start. He can rebound. He can score down low if Mark Williams was ever out. So they have a solid 9-10 man rotation. I like the rotation. It's a solid 10-man rotation. I don't think it's enough for them to be a playoff team. But like I said, LaMelo, B-Mill, and Miles, they were scoring bunches. I personally would expect all those guys to average 18 or more points. They probably would have did that last year. Miles did what last year? So 21, and however many games he played. I think B-Mill did 18 or 17 as a rookie. I expect that to jump personally. B-Mill did 17 as a rookie, and then LaMelo is going to average 20 plus.
B-Mill did 17?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. Shout out B-Mill.
So all 3 of those guys is going to average 18 or more easily. So like you're going to see nights where 2 out of the 3 probably have 30, or 2 out of the 3 have 25 plus. So it's going to be a fun team to watch. The lobs are going to be exciting. Anytime you can watch LaMelo play, period, to me, it's going to be exciting. Brandon Miller, Paul George, a good guy, good wing, can shoot, can slash, can finish. He's just a good player. So, and Josh Green can bring some defense to the lineup, which they would need over there in Charlotte. And obviously, bank on Mark Williams being healthy, good rim protector, good lob threat, and a double-double guy. So that's a bright thing that I can say for them. Expectations for this year.
You said Nate Richards went to Kentucky?
Nick Richards. Nick
Richards went to Kentucky?
Yeah.
Okay. Hope I hear you talking about him all season.
No, he won't, bro. Come on. That's the first time you ever heard him say Nick Richards.
I'm pretty sure I spoke on Nick Richards last year on fantasy basketball.
Do you have a Nick Richards tweet? Yes or no?
Yeah. Because of fantasy basketball, not a strictly basketball.
Do you have a tweet for everybody Kentucky? You said that one time. Do you have a tweet for Nick Richards?
No.
I don't know. Probably so.
No.
That's not nothing to jazz up. It's Nick Richards. Act like this is some guy that was like unworldly at Kentucky or something.
Research guys, do your job.
I have one tweet about Nick Richards. One. So yeah, that's it.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think you would have that. Shout out to you.
Yeah, one tweet. That's it. Probably more. I don't know. Let me see. Too much to search, honestly, with the name Nick. Hold on. Nah, yeah, only one tweet. So yeah. What I was about to say, back to the Hornets, over the mark, expectations for this year. Again, scoring bunches. I think all their young guys, mainly the 3 best players, they're all going to perform. I think LaMelo's going to have a good year. Obviously, health is the biggest thing with that. Brandon Miller's going to have a big year. I think he's going to up his efficiency. Whenever you can play alongside LaMelo versus without LaMelo, should be a little easier. Also, you have to deal with the shot attempts going to Terry Rozier as well, who got traded to the Heat midway through the season. And Miles Bridges. All those guys will be good this year. Mark Williams is a double-double guy when healthy, a rim protector for that team. So they have him, Josh, and then we're looking at Grant Williams for them to bring some defense to that team, and also a mixture, in that locker room. Um, 30 to 33 wins for that team. Uh, Fighting to get into the play-in. I don't know if they get into the play-in. We'll see. But I think they should win 30 games at least. And as far as the future, nothing. I mean, continue to see bank on LaMelo being healthy, and then want to see the internal growth for Brandon Miller. It's only year 2 for him, and by year 4, year 5, he's going to be a special player. Could be even a year 3. So see what you get out of LaMelo and Brandon Miller in the backcourt for a full season. Hope that both of those guys can play 60 or more games together, and take a look at that pairing. You extended Miles Bridges, who's the guy that's in their future plans for the next 3-4 years. And really, I don't got nothing bad to say about this team, honestly. I think it's a new coach over there, Charles Lee, if I'm not mistaken. Charles Lee from the Celtics. I think his name is Charles Lee. So, yeah, man, hopefully he can bring a new culture and environment to that team. Obviously, the Hornets are looked at as like a young team that just have guys that just do anything. So I want to see some more team basketball. And yeah, like I said, they got 3 guys that you can bank on offensively for night-to-night basis that have more often than not productive games. Yeah, man, I got nothing really to say about the far as the Hornets. Expectations, internal growth, health. See what you can get out of your starting lineup and go from there. Really, pretty much all I got to say about the Hornets. Anybody else as far as the Charlotte Hornets? Charlotte Hornets. He going to make them play defense for sure, I hope. The LaMelo best point guard in the East campaign starts now. Nothing from the Charlotte Hornets from.
Yeah, I can chime in if nobody want to talk about them. I'm expecting. I mean, you touched it on the head. You hit it on the head. 35-ish wins. You got LaMelo, Miles, B Mill, but they also acquired Josh Green. I think you feel me. He could. PJ. They still got PJ Washington. No, they traded that nigga. I'm tripping. Yeah, you could move on. This team ass. I don't even got nothing to say, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't mind. By the way, I don't mind if nobody chimes in on the team. Like, I'm okay with talking about all teams. And I know we started off with 2 bad teams, so just to get it out the way. But Hornets, good luck.
Yeah, I'm over here busy. I'm give me a little second. I was about to chime in on both of them, but give me a little second. You can move on though. That's the only reason I ain't saying that. I'm over here busy.
All right, that's a bet. What you say, Z-Far?
I said, does that say Taj Gibson? Yeah, it does. Wow.
They picked them up for a locker room vet. That's what they were saying.
All right. So we did the Hawks and the Hornets. Again, I have Hornets going over the 21 win mark. Expectations, try to compete, and also try to compete defensively. They were terrible on defense last year, and their coach called it out quite often last year. You now get Charles from Boston. Rocco's very familiar with him. He said Charles is going to have them play defense for sure. But a lot of that is banking on the help of Mark Williams and then how good Josh Green is going to be as your POA defender with a mixture of Brandon Miller, right? Or maybe even Miles, however older they want to go. And Grant Williams off the bench. So we'll see how that be. See how that goes. Fun team to watch, probably on some nights. Like, what was his role as a assistant coach anyway? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Rocco said he leaned toward the defensive side with his coaching. So that's good for them.